on, Rangers! Come on,
I missed the whole game.
It's 15 yards in front of me.
This week on Bunch of Amateurs, we're going to take you on a journey through a series of Charlwood games. Games that took place over the Christmas and New Year period of 2019, in the aftermath of the harrowing defeat against Wandgas in the County Cup. We're starting in the leafy village of Lindfield, north of Haywards Heath, where Charlwood are visiting Sporting Lindfield, one of many clubs to hail from this hotbed of amateur football talent. But long before Barks can start his team talk, Kevin Locke has to figure out how to get into the car park.
Kev, you can fit under there. He can't get in.
One thing Sporting Lindfield do not provide is a sizable changing room, so Barks decamps to a larger room where he uses cups to share the tactics with the team.
Zacco in goal. He's been absolutely class that last few games. The point blank save, the distribution, and I love your communication. Everything he says is spot on. Listen to it, take it on board. But the main focus for me is we know we hound together and we close spaces. We know we expand as much as we can. But really, I want to enjoy it. I really want to enjoy it. I've missed you boys. I've missed playing football. I've missed the buzz. But we work hard and we do our jobs individually. There's no reason we don't continue the run we've been on. All right, lads, let's get going. Out to the balls with Mike. Didn't really need this, did I?
After the antics in Epsom 14 days earlier, Barks doesn't need to say much to get his team into the right mood. But with very few players in the squad this week, Barks is beginning to realise that having a small squad has some serious drawbacks.
December's, I guess, for most clubs a tough time. We've normally been pretty good with our availability, but it's kind of symptomatic really of training and everything. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of genuine reasons. A lot of it's my fault. I kept a really small squad. I wanted a small committed squad. One of the things I hate is on a Friday telling somebody they can't play or they can't be involved. But it's backfired a little bit with injuries and some people not as committed as I thought. Bit of a rant there, isn't there? But yeah, attendance and availability has not been great. But I can't fault the lads that are here now.
Sporting Lindfield are a mid-table side, and while they don't expect to get too much against the wounded Charlwood, perhaps the away side have been cut like Ivan Drago, offering hope to any side that wishes to go in for the kill. A pitch with enough bobbles to garnish a Christmas jumper is certainly a leveller, but Charlwood have Kevin Locke and Ryan Pearson paired up front for the first time this season, which would prove problematic for any defence at this level. And so it proves 30 minutes in when Pearson sets Locke away down the right channel. Anticipating a cross, the home goalkeeper makes the fatal mistake of sidestepping to the right like a confused contestant on Nightmare. Charlwood are 1-0 up. Soon after, the return of Jamie Liddell is nearly punctuated by a classy finish to the bottom corner. However, he's thwarted by a trio of goalkeeping fingertips. Charlwood go into the break with a 1-0 lead.
You've done absolutely everything we've asked though. You've done absolutely everything. Hers in the middle, unreal. 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 And that energy out there drags people with you. We're actually playing some decent football on this. We really are. We're looking for little 1-2s. We're going in there amongst them. We've done everything we can do. We've hit the post a couple of times. But that's a bloody good half of football after 2 weeks off, I'm telling you. And I know some of you are frustrated. Easiest thing now. Easiest thing to be frustrated. We are 1 goal away from killing the game.
Charlwood spend much of the second half camped out in their opponent's half, but they fail to pick the final pass that will unlock the defence. When Pearson finds Locke in the box, last-ditch defending keeps Sporting Lindfield in the game.
You right, Kev?
With an hour played, Charlwood finally pull further ahead. A low cross into the near post looks to be heading into the keeper's hands, but Stephen Payne steals in to make it 2-0. The goal effectively ends the contest, and before the final whistle, Kev Locke makes the most of a defensive clearance gone wrong to smash home the third.
Last time out, a frustrating afternoon. Again, our biggest battle, and I think winning any league, is the elements, the external factors. 2 weeks ago, boggy pitch, trees overhanging the pitch, them fighting for their life on a bog. Doesn't really lend itself to the way we want to play football. We train on a 4G pitch, if we get enough people there to train. And then we've got to come to and play on bogs like this. It's difficult, but the boys adapt so well. Not nice losing and having 2 weeks off, so a lot of time to kind of mull over it, but solid victory. Silly season this time of year, people are out, work dues, December, results all over the place. If we can be consistent and keep these boys working hard through this month, then it might fall our way into the new year.
3 weeks would pass before Charlwood hit the pitch again. It's 3 days after Christmas, and unbeknownst to anybody in Sussex, trouble is brewing 5,000 miles away in the Chinese province of Wuhan. But in the short term for Charlwood, there's a more immediate problem in the small village of Ringmer, 3 miles east of Lewis.
Yeah.
Alright boys, listen up.
Right boys, listen, last one of 2019. Merry Christmas. It's good to be back. It's good to be out of the house. It's good to get back to what we've been doing all year, and that is winning football games. This lot are going to be a decent side. They're going to want to knock the ball around a little bit. That's going to be their tempo, their philosophy. That's what they're doing out there. But make no mistakes, this pitch is going to make it a bit of a battle and a bit of a war at times. And we're going to have to psychologically be on it and match them and go one better than them throughout the game.
All I'm going to say to you is, that gaffer in there had a chance to select some of you for a league rep side. And out of all the quality we've got in here, he selected 2 of you. He selected 2 of you. And I see that as a slight. I ain't laughing at that. And if I was in here now, I don't care if I'm at the end of my career or at the start of my career, I'll be proving a point to him. Because how dare he look at our squad and go, only 2 of you are good enough? How dare he do that to us after what we do? You get out there and you prove a point from the first minute. Let's have it.
Top of the table with a 100% record and having won a treble the previous year, Bucks has a point. But on a muddy Cuckfield pitch in Ringmer and with a chunk of his squad unavailable in the post-Christmas haze, Charlwood might struggle to send that message to the opposition manager. They certainly start well. Payne's shot is dragged just wide and lets Ringmer off the hook early on. The referee then returns the favour to the Charlwood captain when he keeps his cards in his pocket after this reckless challenge. Both Jamie Liddell and Kevin Locke get into strong positions, but neither quite manages to test the home goalkeeper. Towards the end of the half, Jamie manages to find the worst bobble on the pitch and use it to great comedy effect. But even that shot didn't quite hit the comedic heights that the Ringmer goalkeeper manages when attempting to stop Justin Ford's tame drive.
Jamie, well done. Warning. Brilliant save.
Charlwood pushed to extend the lead, but the final ball just isn't there.
You know, I turn up at these games like you boys and people are dropping out and I look at what we've got and the attitude has been, honestly, I can't fault it, lads. I'm really, and I say this so many times, proud to stand here and see that, to try and play football on that Cuckfield. What we've done, we've torn them to shreds. We've been brilliant. From the moment we arrived here in this prison cell to the moment we went out there, I can't fault any of you. And me and him are sat there singing your praises, but some of us are having little nibbles. There's no need for it today. But we have to be together, because if we're not together, it's nothing. All for one here. So let's keep it positive. If we have a shot, it's not, come on, do better. It's unlucky, go again. Go again, go again. But we have no negatives to say apart from that. The football, the way we played the chances, and the word is resilient here. The word is resilient. When you turn up to these places, and it's bobbling, it's difficult, they can't live with us, but it's that resilience to keep going, really, and to kill it.
Charlwood's chances of killing the game take a blow almost immediately after half time. A cross to the near post is flicked in before Aaron Murphy can get to the ball. Ringmer are level.
Keep going, boys. We've had the chances, haven't we? Keep going. Let's go again. Let's go again. We've only got to tuck one away.
A stone bonker of a penalty shout is turned down by the referee. Charlwood are beginning to get very frustrated with the official and with each other. And with 15 minutes left to play, a short-range lob from Ringmer turns the game on its head. With Charlwood in disarray, Ringmer have an opportunity to finish the game. Charlwood finished the stronger team, and in the final moments, Payne has a chance. With players bickering with each other on and off the pitch after their first league defeat in over a year, it's a dark day in the world of Charlwood FC.
All right, boys, not many words you can say at a time. It hurts. That's passion coming out there and frustration. And there is frustration for lack of attendance at training, for people dropping out. And there's a frustration bubbling. And that was going to happen sooner or later. All right? But That being said, I still think we're a better side than them. I'd still rather be with you boys than them. And we've missed, I mean, that's all right, Mike. We haven't missed, that's the wrong terminology. We've had a lot of chances there. And when you go back and reflect and you look back at how many chances we actually had, we should have buried the game. They had one-on-ones as well towards the end there. All right, so they had some chances as well. But football is frustrating. We either pack our boots and quit or we keep going. All right, we get another bite of the cherry against them at our place. Fair play to them today. They deserve that because they dug in for each other and stuck there. When we win and lose, though, we all hurt. We all celebrate and we all hurt. Me and him are hurting. I'm embarrassed shaking his hand at the end then. It hurts, boys. But you gave everything today. All right, but the lesson is that little bittiness that's creeping in has to go. Has to go. We have to stick together. We have to. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to do it if it's not going to be enjoyable and we're not going to fight for each other. If we're going to turn up every week and dig each other out when we're top of the league, I don't want to do it, boys. We have to be fighting for each other. And that's a lesson there, that we're our own worst enemy. We are not stopping everything we've done now. But for some of us, we need to start putting a bit more in. Training, turning up for things, and attendance. Keep your heads up, boys. No one to blame there. Just collectively, we've got to stick together. All right? I know it hurts. Have a shower.
Okay, not available. Trying to win a league here.
Flat, but not distraught. It's football. You know, we don't expect to win every game, and there are ups and downs, and football's a frustrating game. But yeah, gutted. 1-0 up at half time. More upset with the way we spoke to each other today. The communication, the negativity, digging each other out. Part of me thinks we need a wake-up call. No one's been at training. Attendance has been poor. We've turned up here, probably one of the biggest games with 12, young Ollie coming along. And you can't continue like this. We don't deserve to win the league if people aren't training and people aren't coming along.
The next stop on the Christmas tour takes Charlwood south again, back to Lindfield where they face Cuckfield Rangers, the club that won this division the previous year. The two teams met each other in a Charity Shield type affair several months earlier, with Rangers winning 3-1. The game will be played on the same pitch that hosted their 3-0 defeat of Lindfield a month earlier, although it has been fixed up a tad.
I requested that pitch especially. They wanted to play on 4G, I said, sod that, Mike. We'll take the Cowfield. Here we go again. Last week, again, is what it is. We lost the game of football. Do we deserve to lose? Not in my opinion. We've lost 3 games this year. In every game, I think, we were the better side, or there or thereabouts. That's football. Football's frustrating. You either turn your back, give up, go shopping every Saturday. Some of us aren't far away from that, I know. Or you stand up straight, you show a bit of resilience, and you dig it in. We started this thing together, and we're going to see it through together. Whatever happens today, next week, whatever goes on, we're seeing it out all the way through. That being said, any negativity and digging each other out today, anyone not working both sides of the ball when we've got the ball, when they've got the ball, I've got 4 subs that are dying to get on. Don't turn in on each other, take it out on them in that as soon as that first whistle goes. Before we go out on the balls, let me remind you, rubbing our face in a cup final. Why did they win that game? I take responsibility because I didn't know what it was, lads. I thought it was a charity game. For them, it meant bloody everything. They're running around like they won the town clock. Well, today, this means everything because this is 3 points to dust away last week and get us back top of the table. Everything's taken out on them. Everything in here is together, united. All right, let's get on the balls.
Barks has brought a bigger squad than he needs. So not only has he got to disappoint several players who won't get to start, but one of them won't get to play at all. Despite imminently heading off to university, young Ollie Tennant is one of Charlwood's most committed players, often starting from the bench without complaint. Managing players in his position is one of the tougher parts of Barks' job.
I don't know what's going to happen yet, but it's one of you's going to get on, so I'm just letting you all know.
Yeah.
All right, tough call. Obviously, with you, did well last week and you were here and I really appreciate that, but obviously you're going away to uni for the rest of the thing as well. Yeah. All right, so I don't know what's going to happen as yet, but we'll see how it pans out and what we need. All right, buddy? Tough decision today. Tough call, really tough call.
Yeah.
I was looking at it might not be the right thing what I've done, but I was looking at you right mid, pushing Merce on a bit, looking at you centre half.
Yeah, I want to fight to get back in, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, there, Kev. I love it when the striker's got it under control. We're all squeezing yards, and you're buying everyone time. And as soon as they're that side as you, Kev, they're not going to win it from you. It might be someone nicking from the front, but you're clever enough.
Yeah.
All right, Zacco? Good lad. Back in there, mate. Make it yours. Yeah, energy in there. We need you winning that ball back, driving forward. All right, all three of you working together and drag them with you. All right, keep that energy going. Are you all right today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, all right, good lad. We deal with the externals and we focus on them. And let's make sure we teach them a lesson for celebrating in our faces, boys. Let's make sure we make up for last week here today. 90 minutes, give it everything. 4 subs, eager to get on. Don't be one of those coming off after 20 minutes. Everything positive, front foot, 3 points to us. Come on.
Come on, boys.
Get it under, Jay. Good lad, Jamie, great start.
On a pitch with more bumps than an antenatal meeting, and with the sun low in the sky, Charlwood will take some time to get used to their surroundings. Cuckfield take advantage of the situation, winning a second-minute corner. The back post header loops over Zach, and Rangers take the lead.
Let's go again then! Let's go again then!
Go on. Behind it. Head away.
Charlwood's response is encouraging. They find space in the right channel and force Rangers into a fatal mistake.
Well done, Payne! Hey, clean slate, we go again! Aaron! That's from that, brilliant pass. Lucky! Tremendous, keeping the ball there, well done!
With the sun in their eyes and a literal downhill struggle in front of them, Charlwood concede numerous chances in a first half dominated by the home team. Aaron Murphy saves the day when a goal looks a certainty, while a shanked side foot pass shot lets Charlwood off the hook. Zach's near post save goes some way to redeeming the keeper, while Rangers seem more interested in wasting chances than scoring them.
Davey!
Zach again saves the day when a header looks to sneak in, and things get a little painful for Payne when an attempted nutmeg backfires in the worst possible way.
Go on, you're in, Andy!
Resilience, love that. And do you know what? The shouts were brilliant. Move on, deal with it, move on. We just moved on from it. Moved on for it and deserved it. Last 5 minutes there looked like the real us. All right, the first 30, we got a bit of a Christmas hangover here. We're not sharp into things. Me and him agree. Everything you've just said, the pitch is horrible, the sun's in our eyes, we totally agree. I don't expect us to play like we do on a 4G pitch. I don't expect it, boys. I'm never going to dig you out for that. But now they've got to deal with all those things. They've got the sun, they've got the slope. And you put yourself in a great position. I can't knock you and I never can knock your character. And don't be afraid, like Mike said, hit those areas so we can squeeze a little bit. Because we're trying to play, which I respect you for, but sometimes it's just over that fullback's head, Jamie, have a run, squeeze over. Proper non-league. That's how we grind out results on Cowfield. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell!
Tom Tennant's stunning clearance and Zach's frustration aside, the second half shows more promise than the first. Rangers now have to deal with the hill, while the visitors have the sun on their backs.
Great area Wards.
After a period of domination, Charlwood seem to have broken through the defensive ranks when Stephen Payne gets a point-blank opportunity.
God.
He's up for the ball, lads. We're too deep, aren't we?
Go over it. What a ball, Mike! Oh!
When the home team do threaten, they take a leaf out of Jamie's book and discover the bobble of death. To his credit, when Jamie does look to steal a winner with a lob over a stranded goalkeeper, he gets the heights right, but sadly not the targeting.
Oh!
When Payne gets his second golden chance of the game, he meets resistance in the form of the goalkeeper, although it's odd that nobody appealed for a penalty given the nature of the reckless challenge that followed his shot, and the similarity to the foul that led to the penalty in the first half.
Loads of chances this half. Keep going, Charlwood, it's coming!
Payne's final effort is saved easily, and it proves to be the last chance of an uneventful match.
Cheers, Lino.
Cheers, Lino. Fair away from home. I know probably
Yeah, I know.
it's not a bad point.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
Sorry, Ollie. Ollie.
Ollie. Ollie.
It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, I understand.
Disappointed to have spent the whole game on the sidelines, Ollie isn't in the mood for talking.
Yeah, well done, boys. I'll just say, the result's the outcome, right? Like taking an exam. The result is the outcome of all the effort you put in. What I love is the process. As I said to you before, we've lost games we should have won. Again, the better side there. But the resilience, 1-0 down after 2 minutes, to bounce back, to be the better side, to deal with everything. That's why we're going to go on and win this league. Brilliant, boys. The performance, the process, top notch. Next week we get the outcome of the result as well. Well done, boys. Good result. Can't fault anyone, boys, today. Superb.
Yeah, I mean, difficult conditions. We knew it was going to be difficult from the beginning. They started the better of the sides and scored early. Great resilience from us to peg them back and get to 1-1. Second half, for me, there's only one side in it, and we really should have gone and won the game.
You know, we haven't trained for a month over the festive period. We've had 2 games, and they've put everything on the line. The attendance at training and match days is frustrating. At least now, and that's why I made a point of bringing one extra sub. Poor Ollie didn't get on today, and that's on me, and I feel guilty. He's wasted his whole Saturday, but for the collective community of the team, they saw there's more competition, and they realised that people do want to be a part of this, and maybe it just made them all think, I've got to work a little bit harder now because me and myself, Mike and myself have got more options to change things. Whereas, you know, in any walk of life, you've got a job and there's somebody who wants your position, you're going to work harder. If you're on your own and nobody's chasing you, you can do what you want. And I felt like a lot of them were doing what they wanted because we didn't have any options available to change things. So, in summary, yeah, the hunger's back, I think, for me, him and the squad. And we need to kick on from here and try and get as many points as we can.
Right, my name is Darryl Burberry. I'm first team manager for Cuckfield Rangers. I've been involved with the club since it was formed, which is 22 years ago.
Why are you more interested in non-league stuff than you are the professional game?
Well, the short answer is God knows. I continue to do it season after season. I always ask why, my wife asks why. Just recently I think I know the answer because we've had so many games off that I've been stuck at home on a Saturday. So I realised the alternative is maybe doing something different or sitting in front of the telly or going to the garden centre. And I guess just the involvement with players, with the atmosphere of a team, with coaching, selection, tactics. It's something that I've had a passion for all my life. And even though I get frustrated by loads of elements of running a local team, putting nets up and terrible pitches, it's still something that I'm drawn to and I'll probably continue to do till I fall over.
Speaking of falling over, Charlwood now face a potential banana skin as they visit Lindfield, the 4th and final away trip in this travelling tale. The last time these two met, Charlwood scored 7 in the pouring rain, so the home side have a big score to settle.
Pretty decent. These are something like that, yeah, there's only 4 of them. It's like a drama sheet, it's only 4.
All right, boys. Firstly, I'm buzzing for you. You deserve this, 3G today. All right, no Cowfield, fully deserved. Like I said to you, I respect you for going out and trying to play on those pitches. But our month now is 3G, at home 3G, perfect end to get our winning run back together. And our 9 points starts today. I'm not going to give you too much instruction today. We'll go through our key principles, but let's go and play. You deserve today. Let's go and play and use the ball. They're going to be well up for it. We stuffed them 7-1. We hurt them and embarrassed them. They're going to come out guns blazing, but they don't know we've been hurting. We've galvanised together, and our winning run starts here today. All right, let's get after them. So yeah, all really positive. Hunger's back in the squad, I think, after the last couple of days. Most importantly, we're playing on like a 4G pitch today. The cow fields we've been on the last couple of weeks have been horrendous. It's been painful to try and play football our way. So no excuses, get the ball down, get back to who we are, get the ball, pivot across the pitch, a bit more rotation in the final third and hopefully some better football today. But nice setup, nice club. We beat them 7-1 last time we played them. That's an embarrassment and that hurts teams. With that pain comes a reaction and we're going to get a reaction from them today. We've got to make sure that hunger that we've shown, the better attendance at training and the kickstart to 2020 starts a new little run here because it's tight at the top in our league now and all the points are really valuable.
Charlwood's opponents may be keen on revenge, but in the opening stages they afford Barks' side a lot of the ball and it only takes 15 minutes for Justin Ford to open the scoring.
Justin!
And just 7 minutes after that, a ball from Mike Smith over the top opens up the Lindfield defence.
Smarter! Mikey, cross!
Kevin Locke rolls the ball home and Charlwood lead 2-0.
Smudger, different gear, Lockie! Great composure! Boys, I'm happy with that. We're 2-0 up. It's difficult. We talk about 3G and we're all buzzing for it. We didn't think it was going to be blowing a gale as well and it was going to be this narrow. And you've dealt with it. You've dealt with it. Your frustrations are thinking how good we can play. Yeah, and we're no way near as good as we can be. The fullbacks are going to be key to this. And they're on more than you think. And I think we need to get back to trusting each other. It's not as tight as you think, boys. It's not as tight as you think. Sometimes we're a bit sluggish and people are nibbling. But if we're moving with the ball and looking at options and we've got that movement off the ball, we can start popping it around now and get back to where we should be. All right, because we want to go up beyond this. We want to win this league, but playing football the right way. Zach's got a hell of a kick. If we're going to do that, we need to be getting the seconds off it. We kill this game in 10 minutes or we make it a long afternoon in the next 10 minutes. It's up to you. Let's have it.
In that case, what follows is a very long afternoon condensed into a few minutes of total madness. Firstly, Alex Ternouth stabs home from close range.
Let's go again then! Let's go again then!
Lindfield then break down the right before crossing in for Aaron Walsh to head home an equaliser. Clearly realising Charlwood are susceptible to crosses, Alex Ternouth then nods home a third. Charlwood are collapsing like one of Gordon Ramsay's business ventures. Ben Herdman has a prime opportunity to stem the flow, but his header is brilliantly saved by Paolo Chambriello and the rebound hits the side netting. Back up the other end, Aaron Walsh is busy making it 4-2 to the home side. As if Charlwood have not suffered enough, Karel Kutaa makes it 5.
Wow.
Charlwood's tour of the South ends with 1 point from the last 9.
First half we didn't see much of the ball, did we? We had it a couple of times. We didn't really see it. Normally we get the ball wide all the time. Today, so narrow, we just couldn't do it.
What's that? Me and him talk?
Let's have a chat about it.
Yeah.
Go on, mate. Karel.
That spell, that 10-minute spell or whatever, or 20-minute spell, I suppose, where the things that they were good at came off. And they had the potential. When we played them at our place, they had like a couple of spells where you could tell the 10's dangerous for them. And as long as we played to our strengths, we'd be all right.
but I think a combination of factors for us. I think one, mentality at the moment. Before Christmas, we're blitzing teams, we're talking about winning the league, we're talking about going up and all the rest of it. And we've hit a bad spot. And mentally, we've got to be stronger enough to say there are difficult points in seasons and not just absolutely capitulate, which is what's happened today.
I mean, they must be absolutely buzzing. 2-0 down and to come back against the league leaders. They must be absolutely running around with the town clock, out tonight, down the local, horse and hound, snake bite everywhere. Hey, they must be buzzing. Balls everywhere, yeah. They must be buzzing.
Yeah.
I would be. I'd be buzzing. I always look at the extremes. What's the extreme? I throw my toys out my pram, quit and walk off. Well, that's not an option. So when I accept that's not an option, I just feel like you've got to somehow deal with it. I can remember as a player, I played with Kev and Merv, so we were getting paid decent money, and I was in and out of the team, and I can remember every week thinking, I'm going to storm off, I'm going to give up. And somehow I saw that season out and just thought maybe I'll collect the money, maybe I'll just keep working. And I was so proud of myself that I kept that resilience to stay in there. You know, it's a bit like work for me. I don't know if it's the same for Mike, but there's times in the job it's mental and you think, I've had enough, I'm going to storm off. But it's not realistic, you've got a mortgage to pay. So walking off's not an option. We're going to see this thing through no matter what happens, and we're going to do our best to win it. And if we can't win it, maybe we weren't good enough. Maybe we weren't good enough, and maybe we had an amazing run of form, and, you know, I don't know.
The sun is setting on a disappointing run for Charlwood FC, and unbeknownst to Barks and his team, there are much bigger problems just over the horizon. We can't believe you just sat through 30 odd minutes of this. Thank you so much for your support. Hit subscribe and you'll never miss a thing. Although if you're still watching after 33 minutes, you're probably already a subscriber.